We're going to write a song, Rainy Days and Fridays Don't Get Us Down, right? Friday.
I woke up this morning, I was like, really? Really?
Really? Well, I kept hearing it come. And, it's not bad, like, to sit there and listen,
Yeah.
It's kind of peaceful. And then then it would really just go.
Yeah.
And then I know that I'm going to have to battle a Great Dane that can take on the world, but for when it's raining, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look out.
I had the same issue.
Yeah. Now, if I had a hose and I was playing,
it'd be fun.
We'd have a blast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or like if I had a kiddie pool. But boy, when it's raining, it's like that.
Yeah. And I'm like, I don't like, I'm like you. I don't mind the rain. I love listening to it. But
Yeah.
when I have to actually go out in it.
Yeah.
And do things.
Right. Right. So if you're at home and you're drinking like a cup of coffee and you're listening to the rain and listening to the radio, we're maybe a little jealous, right, Tracy? Yeah. Good for you. Okay.
We want to be where you are.
Yes. And you're doing it right. Okay. All right. Let's do it right and thank our sponsors this morning, Tracy.
We're going to thank Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Americans for Prosperity, Mama Roses, Fox Per Lee Wealth Management, Dr. Black's Eye Associates with Dr. Mindy Gunn, Marshall Monuments, McAllister Land Consulting, First Harrison Bank, Loyal Babats, Schneck Hospital, and Springs Valley Bank and Trust, and Temple & Temple.
Yes, thank you to our great sponsors. Very proud of our sponsors. All right, Tracy, we had a lot going on. Our community was popping last night. So first of all, congratulations to the Lady Lions in 10 years that they've won the sectional. So very proud of them. They actually were at Clarksville, but they played Eastern.
Gotcha.
So congratulations to them. And they are a young team, just a few seniors on there. And so it looks like the future's going to be bright for Salem. For them, for the softball. Yeah.
That's exciting.
Love that. I love the energy. I love the support. And it was so fun seeing, all of the family members, but friends too.
Yeah.
Everybody coming out and supporting. That's a big time. And and I think for any age, but for the seniors, I think that's, and
it's a huge deal.
Yeah. So they'll play again. They'll play Tuesday night. I need to get my details on that. I don't want to mess up, so I'll keep everybody informed on that. But congratulations. And so it's funny because, all of the police cars, the fire department, everybody, was honking and waving and all of the lights and everything. And it was a big parade. But it's funny for those that are maybe from out of town, who have not heard the news, and the big eyes looking like, what's going on? What's going on here? Yeah. So
the sky is falling in Salem.
Yeah. And I was thinking there was a huge emergency in Salem. Yeah, the emergency was celebrating the girls. Yeah. So anyway, hats off to all of them, and I'm very proud of them. So yay, and onward ho they sail, and hopefully they'll get another victory. Just take it all. Yeah. Show no mercy, right? Yeah. So, all right, that was exciting. Up at the other ballpark, the T-ball and the Park and Rec, they were finishing up a lot of games. There were some games I think tonight have to be, and I don't know if they'll be done. We'll see if they can be played. But this spring's been a lot of rain.
Yeah.
So it's amazing how many spring sports. I love spring sports, but spring sports also takes a huge, I guess undertowing for all of the, the weather. Yeah.
Snow and
freezing
temperatures early spring.
And then you try to get all those makeup games in, so, and then of course everybody's getting tired.
Yeah. Is the season over?
Is it going? Yeah. So I think they do have some games tonight, maybe the all-star games tonight, but I think most of the makeup games are completed. I think maybe, I don't want to step out too much on that, but anyway, another great, they got it done last night, got the games in, and it did sprinkle a little bit. And actually, when we were waiting around the square for the girls, it started to sprinkle a little bit, but it was just so, Tracy, it wasn't anything. It was just, you almost wondered if someone didn't, cough or something, because it was just like that little sprinkle, So anyway, so a lot of that being done. And so, so hats off to getting all that done. So the Pacers lost last night. Tracy, a sad game, very sad. We're gonna have to pull it together, So,
We need to
focus. Got to get her done. Get in there and get it done. Yeah. So, that was big excitement on WSLM last night. So, anyway, There we go. Pretty well. I think I've got a lot of that covered. I'm trying to think if there's anything. There was so much. There's so many different. You know, I mean, so many
You're
different
busy,
balls in
like,
the air,
keeping
from
up with
basketball to baseball to softball to
that.
and yeah, a lot going on. But all right, we're on to the 30th day of May. Isn't that crazy?
Gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Just seemed like we were just saying
I
May Day
know.
and starting May,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, and then here we are,
Yeah.
starting June. So
Yeah,
it's,
right. And we've kind of had a rainy, but and a kind of a cooler May,
Yeah.
right?
I know. Last weekend was Memorial Day, and
Yeah.
it's like, it's kind of chilly. You know, a lot of people opened their pools Memorial
Mhm.
weekend, and I
Yeah.
don't know if people did that or not. but
Yeah,
I
they
was like-
did. Yes, they did. I heard some that didn't, and they're going to do it this weekend. I you know, I don't own a pool, so but I stay up with people that do,
Yeah.
so that if I need to come visit,
You know where to go.
yeah. So instead of saying, "How are you doing?" "How's your pool doing?"
Yeah. What's the water temperature
Yeah.
today?
"How warm are we?"
Yeah.
That they might be, oh, they're on to me. They know. But some have opened their pool, some have not opened their pool, some are going to do it this weekend. But yeah, but I think like, you know, at any age, kids will I
Oh,
think
yeah.
swim in
They don't
any
care.
temperature. Yeah, so I'm trying to do that too. I'm trying to just, you know, get over it and just swim in, you know. Can you do it?
No, I've
Well,
tried.
this is what I'm, you know, I'm always working on myself to be better. So I'm trying to be that person. I'm trying to go back and be able to, because I miss it, because I hate missing out on swimming.
Right.
So
yeah.
I'm trying to mind over matter. You know what I mean?
I try to do that in the winter every year,
I know.
and it just never happens.
I
I'm
know.
like, nope, not this year.
It's not going to happen this year. Maybe next year. Maybe
Yeah.
next year. We'll see how it works. So, yeah, we did have a little bit cooler Memorial Day. It actually was. I didn't mind it because, you know, it was kind of a sweat. I love a good sweatshirt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, any time of year. So, and it was also, I said it was better for like anybody that has breathing problems, because
Sure.
sometimes
Gets
Tracy, it gets so hot,
and
you know,
nutty.
and
Yeah.
that sun can, it's really get you. So,
Yeah.
and Holiday World is open, and their water park is open, and heard people that have gone to that and having a great time. So
I bet that's fun. Yeah.
oh yeah, definitely. So, all right, we're on to the 30th day of May. Today is European Neighbors Day, and it shows houses. I guess I've not been there, but it shows the houses really close together. They're nice houses though.
Yeah.
Okay. This is also my bucket's got a hole in it day.
That's no good.
Yeah. So I had a granddaughter that she was so little, and she was filling up this bucket, and it had a big hole in it, and she had no clue, and she just kept she just kept looking at it. It's really cute. Had to make it a video. It's really cute because she had no clue that there was a hole in it, and nobody's gonna be telling her
Right.
that wouldn't go completely full. So my bucket's got a hole in it. Dear Liza, remember that?
Yeah.
There's a hole in my bucket. National Creative Day. And it shows like Legos. Do you like to play with Legos?
I did when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Logan played with Legos when he was little.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I like to do it at this age too.
Yeah.
Tracy, a little superpower that you don't know. I can make a pretty good tower, okay? And then I can somewhat make a bridge, okay? The bridge usually doesn't hold very well, but yeah, those little superpowers there that you didn't know I had,
That's
right?
fun.
Little skills, you
Yeah.
know? So I do like Legos, but I think anything creative. Don't you love to watch? Yeah. And it's amazing how creative some people can be.
Right. I know. Like,
And I love that.
yeah. Some people are just so artistic. They can pick up a paintbrush or a
Oh,
pen
I love
or a
it too.
pencil and just
Yeah.
create magical things.
It's crazy, isn't it? Yeah. At the 500, there was a guy that he paints like what he sees there at the 500, and it was the coolest thing,
Yeah.
Tracy. Yeah.
That's awesome.
It was just like, yeah, he said he just looks around and sees, and then he gets the visual and does it. It's like, yeah. We'd still be there if it was me doing it.
Yeah. I can't even draw stick figures. So.
And in 4-H, I love to go during the fair. I like to go to the open class too.
Yes,
I like to see the 4-Hers too, but the open class, I like to see all the creativeness.
Yeah,
the people that you don't know, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you're like, I mean, you know them, but you didn't know they could do that.
Yeah.
You know, they had that little skill. National Heat Awareness Day. Normally it would be apropos on this date, but not today. Heat awareness. That's something that can zap you before you know it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm one of those that, like, I'll get working outside and I'm thinking, oh, 10 more minutes or whatever. And then, like, all of a sudden I've pushed it too far.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever do that?
Drains you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gotta go in and sit down for a minute.
Yeah. Or try to drink water. Try to get that water in you. Yeah. Heat Awareness Day. Love that. Also with pets, remember in vehicles, don't leave your pets in the vehicle.
Please don't do that.
No. We don't like that. National Mint Julep Day. Boy, they missed that.
Yeah.
Isn't that a little late?
Almost a month later.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Somebody. I've never agreed with these. Okay. I've never agreed with these because I need to have a WSLM day. I've been asking for one, but Water a Flower Day. Well,
we don't have to do that today.
God is doing that today for us. Yes. Thank goodness. Right. And all of our gardens, the gardens are going to love this. World MS Day. Okay. And so those are some holidays. And we talked about National Barbecue Week, National Cheese Month, Wetlands, Be Kind to Animals. That should be every month, right?
Every day.
And just in a little while, Tracy, we are going to be going into June. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
June is going to be a busy month.
Hopefully it's better weather and we can all get outside every day and enjoy it.
Yeah. Yeah. I said this, but it's amazing how fast like the weeds grow.
I know.
Isn't it true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, like with my dog, I had to, I just had been so busy. I hadn't had time to mow or anything. And my grass was just insane. Finally, it got mowed yesterday, but it happens.
And it goes right now in springtime. It's just like full throttle, the grass, and it's hard to keep up with. I think that's a lot of people are battling that too.
Yeah.
And then just busy schedules and stuff too. So we are, rain for the next hour. Looks like we're going to keep raining at 10 a.m. Let's see here. We'll be at 60% chance of rain, backing off 11 a.m., 40% chance at noon, 45%. It looks like at 1 p.m. Will be a little bit of a break there. So I like it, but our temperatures will be cooler, 63 degrees, and we're at, 58 degrees, but with the wind chill, it feels like 51.
Yeah.
It is. I was chilly this morning. Yeah. Today we are supposed to get up to 70. We'll see if that happens. We do have rain going on. Saturday, we're at 40% chance of rain. Our high will be 72. Sunday, sunshine. Love that. 74.
Yes.
Monday, sunshine to 80. Here we go,
that
Tracy.
Sounds better.
Yeah. Now, hopefully everybody was gone to the restroom when I was saying that other. Now perk your ears up because Monday and Tuesday both. Tuesday is going to be 83 in sunshine.
That's going to be fabulous.
Yes. And the crowd said yes.
Yes.
Wednesday looks like we're going to be in for a wet Wednesday next week. 50% chance. Now, I do want to say when you start talking about like Wednesday of next week, that's the extended forecast and it can change at any given time. You know what I mean? So this is like stepping out on a limb that I'm even reading this because don't put too much into this.
Right.
Because it'll change. Thursday of next week, rain. High 72. Friday, 50% chance of rain, 76. Next Saturday, 30% chance of rain. And Sunday, a 45% chance of rain, 77. So our temperatures will be up, though. So it looks like for the next week, our beautiful days, sunshine will be this coming Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday.
I'm here for it.
I think we all are saying yes. Yeah, definitely. Our air quality is 31, which is similar to yesterday about this time and is considered good. So that's always nice to know the air quality too. So, all right, there we go. So, yesterday we had so much fog. Wasn't it yesterday, all the fog, and then today the rain. So hopefully all of the drivers out there on the road are being safe, because that's kind of scary sometimes.
Turn your headlights on.
Low beam, right?
Yes.
Of course, that was more, I guess, fog. Do we do that too in the
rain?
In the rain?
No, I think it's just turn them on.
Yeah. Right. All right, Tracy, and of course, I know at Salem Crossing, I know you guys have done a lot of partying, a lot of celebrating, and which that is the Party Station USA over there,
right? And
I know that's wonderful, and I think it's a lot of fun. So right now we're kind of like gearing up, waiting for our next big event, but I know that there's flowers, gardening, and all kinds of activities going on. Yeah,
all for the residents.
Enjoying
the day and trying to get outside as much as they can.
Well, and I know there's a lot of usually summer activities and outings and stuff. So that's going to be fun. I know coming up if we can get this weather to cooperate. Right. Yeah. We don't want anybody falling or anything like that,
We don't want that.
But anyway, that's exciting. So You guys are fantastic. You're rock stars over there at Salem Crossing.
Thank you.
Thank you for all you do. So, all right. So, a little bit of how good of a speller do you do in spelling?
I think I do pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I was in a spelling bee when I was a kid.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Did you win?
I don't think I won, but
Okay. That's okay.
I
Yeah,
did.
but you were there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there. Yeah. I think the part that I feel like I used to know, but for some reason it's like I don't know. You know what I mean?
it's just left.
I know. Well, and then we have so much like autocorrect.
Yeah.
It's really got me spoiled on some
Yeah.
of that, right? You know how you just kind of like we're in a different world. Well, Scribs National Spelling Bee was last night, and the winner was a 13-year-old from Texas. He completely spelled. I don't know if I can say it. ECLAIRCISSMENT. Eclaircissement. I don't know. After the runner-up failed to spell Upus, UAUPES. I might no. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I will say that yeah. So those brilliant kids would be embarrassed by the next story. Okay. And that would be EMBARRASSED. Embarrassed. Okay. I'm gonna put this what we're talking about might be embarrassing.
Right.
Okay. We're going in, okay? We're going in deep, Tracy. Okay, the website World Unscrabbler looked at the internet search data to put on a list the most words for Americans to spell, the hardest, what we use, words that were associated with phrases like how do you spell or how to spell. So like we started off, much I'll say, Siri, how do you spell? What she'll, well, he didn't activate. I have Siri's a male. I have a male. And sometimes he listens to me, sometimes he doesn't. But anyway, but do you use that or Google how do you spell or how to spell? Like and then you have a word?
Yeah, sometimes
I do that.
Yeah. Especially if it's not a word you know.
No, I know.
Use.
Right. Or I second guess myself anymore on that kind of stuff anymore. 100%. So here are America's top 10 misspelled words. Okay. Number 1, definitely.
I messed that one up sometimes.
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
I sound it out in my head. So.
Me too. Separate. I got that one.
Yeah.
I can do that one. Yeah. Necessary.
No, I can see that.
Yeah, I can see. These are all, I can see this. Believe. I don't think that one's too hard on that. Though.
I'm not getting it.
Gorgeous. I got that one down because I call my daughters gorgeous all the time. Good morning, gorgeous. You know what I mean? Gorgeous. You know what I mean? So that's one. I probably got that one down pretty good. Neighbor.
I could see it, I guess. I can spell it. But...
Yeah. Business. I feel like that's like in my vocabulary a lot. You know what I mean? Business, a lot. Favorite.
I think a lot of people put an O in there, don't they? I think I've seen people spell it that way. Or a U, sorry.
You, I was going to say, it's got to know. Tracy. And for that reason, you are out. No, I did not. No, girl, listen, you give me grace all the time. I'll give you, no, I understand that. I get it. Lord, it's Friday. I know. No. I told you we're going in deep. I don't judge in any shape or form because we're just trying to live this life, right? I know. And yes, favorite. Yeah, it does have the O, but I think put you're right. You got it. Yeah. Number 10, restaurant.
I can see people.
Yeah. They also came up with the most challenging words for each state to spell. Okay. Alabama, different.
So Alabamans can't spell
different. They went they Googled each state who had the worst, I guess what was mostly Googled to different.
That's interesting.
Okay. Alaska tomorrow.
Maybe it's because it's always dark there.
Dark there,
Like, I
yeah,
don't know what
yeah,
time it
yeah.
is.
We'll get to it tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll take the sled dogs out
We
tomorrow.
don't know when tomorrow is. 'Cause
And
the sun
listen,
doesn't rise.
I've never been to Alaska, so I always stereotype. We'll see that polar bear tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
We'll break that ice tomorrow. You know what I mean? We'll let that cross the road tomorrow. The moose cross the road tomorrow. I don't know. I'm sorry. Okay. Arizona people. Oh,
Huh.
okay. Hang on. Arizona. I want to. Yeah, I was gonna say I went from Phoenix, Arizona. All the way. That's gonna get stuck in my head.
I'm gonna have that in my head all day now.
baby. Okay, stop. Okay, Arizona people. Okay. California appreciation.
That kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I was gonna say I won't say what I'm thinking, right? Right. Connecticut schedule. I'm on a tight schedule. Connecticut. Never. Okay. I don't think I've been to Connecticut. I don't think so.
I have not been to Connecticut.
Delaware. Beautiful. Okay.
These are just interesting.
Florida compliment. Georgia necessary. Idaho definitely, which that was one of our top ones.
Yeah.
Illinois, congratulations. I break that down like in my head. You know what I mean?
Congrats.
Congratulations.
You write congrats a lot, you know. So
I know.
Congrats.
Well, with all of the I'm trying to say graduations. I wrote a lot of congratulations. You know. So Indiana taught. I'm surprised at that.
Yeah.
Taught. Yeah.
I
don't know. We have so many great things going for us. You know what I mean? Okay. Iowa through. Kansas different. Oh, this is funny. Kentucky people.
I don't understand the people.
I don't know that one either. I don't know. Okay. Maine pneumonia. I could see that. That's I mean, yeah. Maryland character. Massachusetts beautiful. Michigan scratch. I don't know. I got to do this. Minnesota. I'm from Minnesota. I got to do it. I love it. Love it. Successful. Okay. Mississippi beautiful. Missouri. That's the show me state. Temperature. These are, for those that are just tuning in, states that have, they Google what the words they Google the most for spelling. Montana, appreciate. Nebraska's beautiful. Nevada, school.
Something's wrong.
Something
is Tracy, very broken in Nevada.
What was it, Cowboy Bob? If you can't say nothing nice, don't say nothing at all. Okay, I don't know. New Hampshire, I don't judge people. I really don't. Protective. Okay. New Jersey, congratulations. New Mexico, appreciate. New York, different.
Well, they're all different in New York.
Yeah. How many times that's word
Right,
used, right? North Carolina, secret. North Dakota, daughter. Ohio, croquet. Oklahoma, patience. Oregon, business. We just had, somebody else had business too. Pennsylvania, scissors. Scissors, okay. Rhode Island, canceled. Love that. South Carolina, people. South Dakota, beautiful. Tennessee, broccoli. I can see. Yeah, right. You know. Okay. Texas, protect. Utah, definitely. Vermont, supercalifragilistic.
At least I understand that.
Yes, right? I get that one completely. Oh, that would have to be on mine. Virginia, people. Washington, appreciation. West Virginia, beautiful. Wisconsin, different. And Wyoming, beautiful. There we go. These aren't the craziest words to spell, but most seem to trip people up on the same things. Now, I remember like like my daughters, like if they were writing something or doing something, and like, you know, like if you're concentrating on like your meaning and what you're writing, and for some reason, like something simple word, like you'll say, how do you spell, you know what I mean? And they knew how to spell it like everyday life, but when they're
In that moment,
in
yeah,
that
I do
moment,
that
they can't.
sometimes.
Yes,
Yeah,
like
you're like, is that right?
right.
Did
If
I
you're
spell it
and you're
right?
wanting to get your, you know, your thought across, and then I can see all that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that
Some,
happens to
and it
me
can be something
sometimes.
just stupidly simple.
Yeah.
You know, I get that.
Yeah.
I feel like, yeah. And I feel like that's okay. I had an English teacher that said she can't spell. So I was like, okay. You know, no, she said that that was her, you know, okay. But she could teach English. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's all right. We all have our hurdles, right?
Yeah, we do. We sure do.
Yeah, that is true. I know I do. So anyway, so those are our most misspelled words across America. So I think it'd be fun to go to those states, visit them, and see, you know, see if somebody would write something right.
Or like go out and do a survey of your own, like how many people get this word wrong. Or
Right.
whatever.
I think, Tracy, the universe is telling us that we're supposed to take a road trip.
Yeah.
Because here we are supposed to travel the states. I think this is what we're supposed to do. And I do love a good road trip. Remember, you're not really crazy about driving, right?
Like I'll
do the
4 to
driving.
6 hours.
I'll do the driving. Just hang with me,
Okay.
okay? I'll do the driving. We just, okay, which no problem there, okay? We'll have some fun, okay? But here are America's favorite gas station snacks. I love, okay, hang on. See, I love every bit of this, okay? Don't tell me, and don't sleep on a hot dog from a gas station. I'm telling you, those things, they've been on there for hours, but don't.
We were talking about Buc-ee's the other day.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's the gas station snack place.
Isn't
like,
it crazy?
Yes.
No,
You
it's
can
like
get anything in there.
It's like you get overwhelmed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like if you like, I want to get this, I want to get this, and I want to get this, right?
Yeah.
Have you had that their nuggets or whatever?
Yes.
That's like
nuggets.
crack. That's
Yeah.
just like so good. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Those are just, yeah. Those are dangerously good.
Yeah.
And they also have this thing you can only get at Buc-ee's. And I never had it till the last time I went. And I'm thankful that it's not real close because it would be bad. It's called Buc-ee's the beaver, right?
Yeah.
It's really a cool story, the Buc-ee story. And I learned it in Texas because that's where the first one started. A man and a wife, his wife got tired of like stopping at gas stations or, you know, rest stops or whatever and using dirty bathrooms.
Mm.
So she said she wanted a facility, wanted somewhere where the bathrooms would be
immaculate.
Yes. And so it started off, and if you go to the first, and we went to the very original one in Texas, and if you go there, like it's a lot littler, you know what I mean? But it's the same concept, thing, same concept. So that's why they work on their restrooms. They're always so clean and so nice, and there's so many of them. But anyway, and then of course it developed into this huge thing. So it's kind of it's really a cool story. But it's a beaver, so they're called. I don't think they're called. They couldn't call them beaver tails, so they call them paddle tails or paddle tail, and it's this pastry thing, and it's like the unforbidden fruit. It's
just heaven.
Well, you know, it's just like a bunch of good lard or whatever, everything that, you know what I mean?
You shouldn't have.
Yes, you should not have. So I was studying, you know, because I like to make good choices, you know what I mean? And I mean choices and not healthy choices, just making sure I get the right choice, you know what I mean?
I'm going to spend the calories and the money.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. We're gonna make it good. So I was talking to the ladies, and I always like to get to talk to the ladies there. And I was asking them, and they said, "Well, this is our favorite." And the one said, "My husband always has me bring these home." So it's the beaver tail, or it's not beaver tail, but it's like paddle tail, I think it's called. And they're only at Buc-ee's, and they're just like,
I will have to try that.
You won't stop
next time.
Get to, because you'll want one like the next day. It's going to be, because once you leave, you know, you're not going to get back for a while.
Right.
So but just, they're dangerously good. With a cup of coffee, I promise. I will not steer you wrong. So anyway, so on a road trip, we could stop there. Okay. There we go.
Yes.
Tracy, because obviously the world's telling us we need to be on a road trip, because here, and I love a good gas station. I'm sorry. And it's funny when you go to a gas station, you never know, like the road trip gas stations, then you never know what you're going to find.
Right.
Yeah. And I love that, like, you know, when people have that look when they've been on the road.
Yeah.
They have that look. you know, and the gas station people know that.
Yeah.
And I love when they tell me, stay safe on the road, or be safe on the road, or, you know what I mean? I love when that happens all the time. It's kind of like those words they spoke over me. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that, when you leave that gas station and they know that we're going to be on that road.
Yeah.
And they say those words. I always love that.
Yeah. That's really nice.
Yeah. When they say that, be safe on the road, or you know what I mean? And, I just anything like that. I think that's always, I love that. So I'm a huge fan of those road trip gas stations. Okay.
Yeah.
And the hot dogs and all the good stuff. They have all the good stuff. Okay. So here's the number one thing that we get at gas station. Well, okay. America's favorite gas station snacks, nothing healthy. Okay. Here's a new list of, here they are, along with the average price. Oh, we're going to do prices too. We don't want to know that, right?
We're not there to save money, right?
No.
We're spending money.
That's right. Yeah, that is it. Now, I do want to put a plug in over here at Walmart. The same price they keep. This was the coolest thing, and they've held to their word. What you pay at this convenient gas station is what you would pay at Walmart.
Oh, okay.
So that's such a blessing. Like what you pay for that candy bar at this convenient, normally it's more expensive. Not Walmart gas station over here is the same price.
That's
and
wonderful.
I love that. Yeah. And they said they were going to do that, and they have stuck to that.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
That's a blessing.
Yeah.
What's your number one thing, I guess?
If I'm on a road trip and
we're going on one. Remember, the universe is telling us this that we're supposed to do, Tracy.
I'm a salty person, so probably like a bag of potato chips.
Ooh, what kind of chips are we getting?
Probably just depends on the moment. I like plain.
Oh yeah,
Lay's potato chips.
Can't go wrong with that. Yeah, I love that too. Okay. Ooh, would you be mad if I got Funyuns?
Absolutely not. I'll take the onion bread.
You got to know how cute or how close that car is, right?
Right.
How big is this vehicle that we're
get
in?
a pack of gum.
That's right.
Over there.
You can't beat a good Funyun.
Right.
I'm sorry. I love those. Okay. Anyway, I'm very respectful though. I don't get them. You know what I mean? I know those come with great responsibility.
Those are the snacks you're having in your car.
That's yourself. Exactly right. By yourself alone, right? Yeah. Okay. The number one snack that most people get is beef jerky. Now that's healthy. I don't think that's unhealthy, right?
Probably depends on what you buy.
Yeah. What kind? How much salt does that beef jerky have? Right? Yeah. I do love beef jerky. Do you like beef jerky?
Yeah.
I do love beef jerky.
Well, I was talking about Buc-ee's. I was telling my boyfriend because he has never been there. They have like this whole huge wall.
It's
so many flavors of beef jerky. You can get any flavor of beef jerky at Buc-ee's that you want.
Tell him to go over there and beat his chest, and because all the men are over there just getting it. They run over there and just get the jerky. You talk about hunters. They are hunting over there.
Yeah.
That is completely, it is hilarious. You know what I mean? You'll see, and I'm not stereotyping, but normally like the ladies are over here. We're over here with the pastries and the sweets, and those men are over there getting their jerky.
Which they're probably making better decisions.
Oh, they are definitely, yeah. And don't think that we're not going to eat some of that. You know what I mean? But they'll be in our pastries too. Right. So, yeah, it's good. It's funny. It is funny though. But yes, they have all kinds of jerky there. You need to take him. Yeah, you've got to do that. Yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah, he would love that. Yeah, that'd be fun. So, okay, number 2, Rice Krispie treats.
That would be my boyfriend. He loves Rice Krispie treats.
I don't think I've ever been on a road trip with people that they've got that. I do love a good Rice Krispie treat.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've ever, and it's amazing how much you can decorate. You can make the cutest like desserts with Rice Krispie treats. Yeah. I've seen it like where you dip it half of it in like chocolate, or you know what I mean, or like a flavored like color and make it look like it looks like a paintbrush.
Oh yeah.
It's you put it with a stick. That's you can do so many cute things with it. Yeah. I did that one time. But I love Rice Krispie treats, but I've not seen so many bought on a road trip.
Yeah.
Not but number 3, Skittles.
Need a little sugar every now and then.
Yeah. Chex Mix next. I've seen that bought. Yeah. Snickers. I've seen that bought. Bugles. You don't hear very much about
Not
bugles.
anymore. Yeah.
Yeah. And they're kind of fun to put on your fingers, like, and pretend like you have fingernail, like you're eating. Right. Don't tell me you haven't. Everybody has done that. Everybody, don't tell me.
I don't know why.
I know. And that is. It's like the rite of passage. You got to do it when you get it, right? I mean, you got to do that with the bugles. Yeah. And I do like bugles. Yeah, they're good. Starburst minis. Mm. Ooh, nacho cheese Doritos.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Flaming hot Cheetos.
I love Flaming Hot Cheetos.
Oh, my number one, Tracy. And this is like, this is my kryptonite. This is my number one thing. Peanut M&Ms. I can't do
connoisseur.
Oh, I can't. I can't stop, and I can't. When they're there, they're going to be eaten, right? Yeah. So peanut, but I'm surprised now. Something that we did was really fun. Also, I was talking about I'm surprised like a hot dog's not on there. Right. Well, here we go. It says, how about a ancient hot dog, fresh off the greasy rollers, heaped high with toppings, and to the point that it's crazy. Maybe also a blend of fountain sodas to wash it down. When you like make all of the different sodas in different flavors, you mix them.
Is that what you call a suicide?
Suicide, yeah. Yes. That was always huge when I was little. We used to do that all the time. And the hot dogs, yeah. But what I'm surprised at, have you ever done this? And I hadn't done it till my adult life, but you get the nacho chips and you open them up, and then they have the hot cheese. Oh my goodness.
I bet that is a delicious road
I just want to say, yeah, that is like
ultimate junk food.
I'm telling you, again, those are good. Yeah. That with a hot dog, I'm telling you, that's this is road trip fun. Now I thought someone would say popcorn. You know what I mean? But now on a road trip, they always say, for anybody that's traveling on a road trip, this is not on this survey here, but if you are going on a road trip and you kind of maybe think about, like I always stop for coffee, like to just kind of give me a boost. They say eat an apple. So I always try to take a bag of apples when I travel. Just kind of gives you a little bit of a boost if I'm not saying not to have the coffee too, or the Mountain Dew, or the Mountain Dew, whatever, or Dr. Pepper or Big Red, all of those, usually give me a little bit of a boost, but the apple's good for it.
I'm gonna have to remember that.
Yeah, I always take and then that kind of makes you, you're eating it, and I guess it's okay. Like, I know you're not supposed to have your phone in your hand, but I guess you can have an apple, because I have my coffee in my hand all the time. I'll have to ask the police about that 100%. Put that apple down. Put that apple down.
2 hands on the wheel.
Yeah.
Right?
I do try to. Yeah. So anyway, those are for the road trip people. For those, we are, going to be starting. A lot of people are going to be taking vacations, and we were talking like, you don't have to go that far. That we've got all kinds of things going on, and down here in the southern part of the state, we have Cincinnati over here. We've got Kentucky, got Tennessee, not too far. St. Louis. Yeah.
I've never been to like the Indiana Dunes. It's about 8 hours. I think
go up. Yes,
it's so fun.
I love it.
Super nice.
And I had not done it till just a few years ago, and I love it. And I love the Michigan beach.
Yeah,
it is so much fun. And I go out really far because I don't worry about sharks.
Right.
Well, I had a shark encounter.
You did?
Yes, I did. And have I not told you about that?
No.
Yeah. So it's I hate to do it to our listeners because I've talked about it quite often. Yes, I had a shark encounter. So I don't want to do that again.
Right.
Okay.
Cool.
Although I do go to the beach. I do love a good beach. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just very, very cautious now. So anyway, that's what I love about that. And it's so much fun. I love up there.
It's beautiful. The water is beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So it's funny, all the t-shirts like no saltiness here.
Yeah.
Because they're not salty, Yeah, it's really cute. It's really cute up there. So I do, and I think I hope more people go up that way.
Yeah.
But it's when you're traveling though, because we always traveled to Florida a lot. And when you go through the state of Georgia, that's like the beast when you get through that state. And it's funny though, we live in a state too. If you go to the top of Indiana, all the way to the bottom of Indiana, it's like, that's like, I hear other people talking about Indiana's a beast.
Just driving
Just-
straight through.
Yeah. If you drive, I didn't think of it because I'm here.
Yeah. And I don't go north very often.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think, like I said, I think it was 8 hours to the dunes. It was
Yeah.
a long drive.
Right. It is, but it's worth it. It's so much fun. Yeah. And then if you want to jump on over to Michigan or Chicago, and they have that train, which we took the train to Chicago. That was really fun. Yeah. It's kind of, it's a fun time. There's a lot to do actually up there. So, and good seafood places too.
Yes.
Yeah. So
delicious.
Yeah. And really good ice cream places too.
Yeah. You gotta have the ice cream.
You gotta have the ice cream, right? But I think the thing that the going through from the top to the bottom, I think it's important to wander and see all the different places. There's really some really cool places around here, and things, and things to see and do. And I felt like that's something that I haven't done enough of.
Yeah.
So,
well, like me going to Florida, we always go through like Alabama. To me, that's the devil's state.
To Alabama.
Oh, it takes so long to get through Alabama.
Yeah.
And you have to really watch your speed through there.
Oh yeah. Well, Georgia's the same way. Yeah. Yeah. Georgia will. Yeah. They sit on it too. Let me tell you. Yeah. They do that too. So I have done the Alabama route too. But usually it goes through like a Georgia, you know, and I always feel like the victory. I feel like doing the dance at Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah.
When I've hit Atlanta, Georgia, that's when I feel like the victory dance it's getting near.
Yeah.
You know? And of course you've already heard, are we there yet?
Yeah.
How much longer? You know, and you're like, yeah.
Take a nap.
Yeah, and I feel like Georgia has. I'm going to go ahead and now I'm going to brag on you, Georgia, because I feel like you've done better as far as like it used to seem like. Now this is my opinion only. If I used to feel like there really wasn't much scenery, you know, but I feel like they've got some cool things going on in Georgia now. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like they know that's kind of the pattern that a lot of us go down, you know, that route. So, or maybe it was there and I just didn't notice it. But yeah.
Well, you're like me. I'm. Most of the time, like if I'm going to Florida, especially, like I just want to get there. Like, I'm ready for the beach.
Oh yeah.
I really don't stop anywhere along the way, except gas stations, of course.
Yeah. Right. Well, I will make those stops for. We need snacks, and usually after all those snacks, you have to go to the restroom.
Yeah.
You got to remember what you're doing here. You know what I mean? You're getting the 44 ounce. You get the bag of chips. I can tell you what's going to happen. Not in too much.
Usually when I go on road trips, like especially if I leave like super early in the morning, I won't have coffee just so I don't have to stop every 5 minutes. You know,
you're smarter than me. You're smarter than me on that because I'm in the now. I'm in the now. I'm sitting there sucking that coffee down, sipping that coffee down. I'm chugging it down, and then yeah.
Because there's nothing worse than getting stuck in traffic.
No,
you have to go.
You got to go. No, I don't know how city people do it. I don't know. my feelings are with you. Thank goodness we are in a rural area. God knew where to put us.
Right.
I don't know how they do that. I don't know. I don't know. But it's funny because we were going on a road trip, my daughter and I, and so I just was stupidly that morning. We left early, like at 3 or 4 in the morning or whatever. So I was chugging coffee, living my life, you know, excited, you know, always fun. And so I told her, I said, oh, we'll be way past Tennessee before we make our first stop.
It was in Louisville.
Kentucky. I gotta stop. You're kidding. You're joking.
Nope, I'm not.
So then my son-in-law, I texted him and said, first stop. It was funny. Yeah. I was like, yeah, that was me.
They're like, did we really bring her?
I know. Why is she here? Yeah. Who said she could come? I know. I've noticed I'm not getting invited like I used to. No, I can do good if I don't sit and chug coffee. You know what I mean? But and honestly, I'm just gonna. So not only, hang on, let me just defend this. Not only did I have my mini cups of coffee, then we stopped at 7 Brew. Okay, so don't even tip me with a good time. So then when we crossed the bridge to Louisville, you know, and I always get excited when I cross a bridge. So needless to say, the odds were not in my favor, Tracy.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, it was.
Your kids are like, oh my God.
Well, and they pulled in. They were driving. They pulled in at 7 Brew. Don't even tempt me with a good time. So All right. So yeah, I was doomed, but I was better after that. Okay. Yeah, we were. Yeah, that was probably the most obnoxious part I was. Okay. My obnoxiousness got over a little bit. So, all right. We're getting into actually this weekend. We'll be into June.
Yeah.
So next time you and I see each other, Tracy, it'll be June. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I know. So here are some things to look forward to in June.
Okay.
And June's a good month. We got so many birthdays in June. I'm telling you, we're gonna be partying. I've got so many parties. So I'm gonna be broke in June. Okay. Yeah. But it's part of it, right?
Yeah, it is.
But we lived it up. Okay, so here's somehow a couple of days away from a new month. Here's some things on deck for June. Okay. Isn't it crazy? Like if you look at your calendar, like do you have like June is just like every day there's something?
No,
the
I don't
month
have
of June.
anything on my calendar.
You,
I have a concert in a couple of weeks.
Oh yeah,
next
you're
week
going
to Indy to see Dwight Yoakam.
Love that.
I know,
Oh
it's gonna
my,
be so fun.
that's going to be so much fun.
Yeah.
I've seen him. He is so good.
Yeah, I bet
Oh, which place in which?
It's at White River, I believe.
Oh,
yeah.
I've been there. That is so much fun. Oh, you're going to have a great time.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Are you a big Dwight Yoakam fan?
Yeah, I like him. He's fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah. That's that good country,
Yeah.
right?
Guitars and Cadillacs. You know?
I love it. Yeah. I was going to try to get you to sing. I was going to first act like I didn't know who. You can't. I can't even in right mind deny that I don't. I was going to play along and say I don't know who he is. Could you tell me? And could you sing a song for him? But I didn't think he would do that.
No.
And I don't want to ever deny that I don't know Dwight Yoakam because I love Dwight Yoakam. Right. Well, that'll be fun. That'll be a good time.
Yeah.
So little fun fact, I saw a Kiss up there.
Ooh.
And I think it was so funny. So when we were leaving, our cars came together and Gene Simmons was in the car.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, they were dashing him out.
Oh, I bet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like out of here. You know what I mean? And so we were in that awkward moment where like you're looking at each other. And of course we had windows down because it was hot and he had his down. And there he was.
Yeah.
I was like, right?
Crazy fan.
Yeah, I know. And then I have Gene Simmons spottings. And then I was literally at the airport. I promise. This is no kidding. Okay, so if you're going to go on a road trip, if you're going to go on a trip with me, there will be things. Okay, so I had too many things. I had too much stuff in my baggage. Okay, I overpacked. Okay, which how do you know what shoes to bring, right? Tracy,
bring them all.
Real girl problems, real good. Okay, really problems. So I overpacked. Well, then it weighed too much. Okay, so they had me buy one of their bags. Okay, the airlines had me buy a bag to put my other stuff in, which I could check that bag in. Okay, which was good.
Yeah.
So I had to buy their bag. So I bought their bag. Well, then I knew I had two bags, but I forgot that third one. So when I went to get my stuff, I got the two bags, off the conveyor belt, but I forgot the third bag because I'd forgot that I had to buy the third bag. So I left it and went on to another part of the airport waiting for another actually it was for it was for a bus we were going on. Mm-hmm. So I'm sitting there and our bus is incoming and I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot the third bag, which had a lot of stuff in it. So I went running back to the other all the way. It was a huge airport. I'm not knocking any airport, but I went flying over to get my other bag. So I'm on the conveyor belt, which normally I don't take that, but I don't remember why I did, but right behind me, I promised Gene Simmons. Okay. And he said, "You're in a hurry." And I was like, "Oh gosh, yes." I was like, I forgot my bag. And then so then I go flying for that bag. And when I get the bag, I'm like, wait, that was Gene Simmons. He just talked to me. Yeah. No, I know what he said. No, I know. He said this too. So I had my radio station jacket on. And it has a tower and it says radioactive. He said, are you radioactive? That's what he said to me. Oh, and then you're in a hurry. And I'm like, yeah, so like and then when I turn around and I look up and I'm talking to him, yes, I'm in a really bad hurry. I left my bag. And then I go flying because, we're at the end of the conveyor belt. So I'm flying for my bag and I know that was Gene Simmons.
And then you're like,
wait, how stupid. So then I go back and the bus was delayed. It wasn't even there. So my daughter's like, wait, you mean to tell me, because she said you should have missed the bus.
Yeah.
you know. But really, I mean, he was probably in a hurry. I'm in a hurry. He's probably had some Cadillac out there, or probably some chauffeur waiting on him. You know what I mean? But she's like, you
yeah, you
failure. Yeah, opportunity, missed opportunity, right? But I'm a big believer in one door closes, there'll be another one open, absolutely. Right? So our paths might cross again. So yeah.
And you're gonna stay and talk and miss the bus this time.
Yeah, that's right. I'm radioactive over here. Do you remember me?
Yeah.
He'll say, who? And then he'll say, security. Right?
Get this crazy lady.
Yeah, get away from me. I know. That's all right. It's okay. It's fun. It's fun. All right. So things to look forward to in June. In sports, we have the Stanley Cup Finals. They start next Wednesday. It's exciting.
Yeah.
The NBA Finals get going on Thursday. In tennis, the French Open runs through June the 8th. And golf, U.S. Open is June the 12th through the 15th. So there we go. That's exciting. Yeah. Exciting. A ton of movies are hitting the theaters. The John Wick spinoff comes out next Friday. The live action remake of How to Train Your Dragon. I love this.
I've never watched that, and I keep seeing
you got it. Okay,
for it. So
can I make some suggestions?
Okay.
You got to watch it. And then it looks so good. I cannot wait. I love the movie. Yeah. It's really a cute movie. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to watch it.
You will not be, I promise I won't steer in the wrong direction. Okay. You're going to like it. And then you can get ready for the live action remake, which is really good. And I saw the Stitch live action.
Yeah, we actually want to go see that.
It is so good. Yeah. And I'm so happy when they do that.
Yeah.
Because there's so many ways they could play it.
Yeah.
And they did fantastic.
Yeah.
If I had a third thumb, I'd give it them. Yeah, I'm a stamp of approval, 100%. They did a good job because I'm not always crazy about the live remakes.
Yeah.
But this one,
they did
wonderful. Yeah. Because Snow White, I wasn't really crazy about that, and it did not do well. This actually, the Stitch actually broke some records. So yeah. And I did see Mission Impossible, which good on that. Yeah. You're gonna like that too, Tracy. You need to go there for your. You need to go see that. Okay, you're gonna like that. Okay. All right. Also, so How to Train Your Dragon, very good. Can't wait, and that'll be released on June the 13th. Brad Pitt racing movie hits theaters on June the 27th. There's also some scary movies. 28 years later should be on your radar. 28 years later on June the 20th. Meg 3 Gan 2.0. Pronounced Megan 2.0. Is that something? I don't know what that is. I don't know that. Okay, here we go. On TV, Duck Dynasty premieres on A&E this Sunday. Phil Robertson, who just passed away this last weekend, and a wonderful family. I did get to meet them. Will not be featured on the new series, obviously. Love Island USA returns to Peacock on Tuesday. I don't know that. I don't know that. Ginny and Georgia hits Netflix on Thursday. Season 2 of American Sweethearts. The Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. I've watched a little bit of that. I always love to watch it. They're so mean to them sometimes. I'm like, oh, that was always my dream. I always wanted to be
really. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Also back on Netflix, the 18th, The Bear returns to Hulu on June the 25th. I have never watched that. The third and final season of Squid Game premieres on Netflix on the 27th.
I haven't watched that. A lot of people like it though.
Is it got the doll that like her head turns? Is that the little girl or something, like her eyes light up or something?
No, I think it's some kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of a gory show, I think.
I think that's why the doll
maybe.
is a little girl or something. I think, I don't know. I haven't watched it. The 78th Tony Awards. I do love to watch the award shows. Do you like to watch them?
No.
Do you not? Yeah. I just like to see what everybody's wearing.
Yeah.
On June the 8th, Nickelodeon Kids Choice Awards, June the 21st. Is that where they pour goop on you? Yeah. I don't usually get to watch that, but the holidays, the big ones, Father's Day. Whoa, hello.
We got to celebrate that.
The 15th, yes. I feel like dads, it's like, and well, actually, that'll be the fair parade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So see, Dad's getting a parade.
Yeah.
Da-da. Don't tell me we don't do Dad good, right? So the 15th will be the fair parade. The Juneteenth is on the 19th. Also Pride Month and the first official day of summer, the 20th.
Yes.
Because, we always think of Memorial Day as the first official, but it's the unofficial.
Unofficial.
Yeah. So the 20th of this month will be the official first day.
Yeah.
Okay. A few more. It's also National Best Friends Day on June the 8th.
Oh, that's nice.
I love that.
Yeah.
Flag Day on the 14th. The 19th is National Martini Day. And National Selfie Day is June the 21st. We got to get Holly Thompson. She's the best selfie taker. That girl can take a selfie like none other. She has worked with me and I can't get it. I'm not good at it. You know what I mean?
Does she use a selfie stick or
No. She just uses herself.
Yeah.
And she has I promise. I've like teach me, oh grasshopper. I have tried to. I cannot learn that.
Either.
No, I can't. Yeah. She does such a good. Anytime I'm around Holly Thompson, I feel 100% secure that there could be a selfie at any given time and feel good about it.
Yeah.
On me,
No.
Mm-mm. Holly Thompson has it down. I mean, that is her superpower.
I'm gonna have her train me.
Oh,
teach me how to do that.
Well, and maybe you're trainable. I was not. Okay. I was a failure. I'm sure she can train everyone but me. Yeah, I'm sure. But yeah, that's something I'm just not good at. But that's okay. That's okay. I try to hang around her so she can do that. Yeah. Have her take a selfie with you and watch.
I will.
I'm telling you that
we'll send it to you.
She is. Yeah. Oh, do that. I'd love that. Love that. All right. We're getting close on time. But Tracy, always fun. Tracy Lee, Salem Crossing. You guys just keep up the great work and all you do and all the fun activities.
Yeah.
And I know you're a hard worker and I know that you actually cover both buildings.
Yes.
So when you hear Tracy Lee at Salem Crossing and then you hear Tracy Lee at Meadowview, don't get alarmed. She is the same lady. She's got superpowers. She's Batman. She's in both places at all the time and you do a great job.
Thank you.
So if anybody would have any, they need to, find out more about Salem Crossing or Meadowview, or if they need to talk with you, your availability. And
I'm available all the time.
Yeah.
I say I work 24/7.
I know you do. And you do a great job.
Yeah.
And you have, we don't have time right now, but I know, when you first came on, we first, had you on, you gave your resume or whatever we talked about. Oh my gosh, you've got such a great background. And I think it's so cool that all of the things that you've done, all the skills and all of the great things you have done in your toolbox.
Yeah.
That has such a blessing that we have you here in our community for it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, for our families, we love our families and I know you do too. And I know that you're very valuable to our community. So
I'm definitely here for anybody that needs help.
Yeah. Appreciate that. All right. Let's thank our sponsors this morning.
All right. We're going to thank Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Americans for Prosperity, Mama Roses, Fox Purley Wealth Management, Dr. Black Eye Associates with Dr. Mindy Gunn, Marshall Monuments, McAllister Land Consulting, First Harrison Bank, Louisville Bats, Schneck Hospital, Springs Valley Bank and Trust, and Temple and Temple.
All right. Let's have the best weekend ever, the best Friday ever, and a happy early June. Okay. All right. Thank you, Tracy Lee.
Thank you.